Okay, now that that section's done, we'll move down to the lower sections, which is this black piece here, metallic black piece, the engine, and this piece here. Now, again, doing your assessment, the damage is completely on this really extreme edge here. It hasn't really protruded down here at all. So, but unfortunately, I'm going to have to actually re-clear just this section, which is a facet of its own. It's completely different angles to everywhere else. Across the top of it is fine. The damage didn't go up across the top, so I'll blend this section out. I'll blend out the chips and scratches that's on the actual engine cover, and I'll do the same down there, and then it'll be ready for the paint preparation. So I've got to go back to my 600. That's working with plastics and fiberglass and that sort of thing. 600 is actually a good grit to use to actually grind off most of the problems. But it's just unfortunate when these things happen, you know, the damage is so slight. It's more annoying than anything. But, you know, again, these sort of fixes, they're not terribly bad. And anybody can actually do them, providing you sort of, you know, just follow these sort of steps. Now I'm being very careful not to roll my preparation work over this top surface. I'm just keeping it on this. Right, and I'm working the 600 until I can't feel the damage anymore and it feels smooth. Which we are just about there. Now with the 1200, I will attack that facet. And the idea of that is to prepare that for a fresh coat of clear so that it has good adhesion. These are painted in a 2-pack. And for this type of job, 1200, finishing off the surface with 1200 is absolutely more than adequate for adhesion for a 2-pack paint. So now I'll work on that facet there. Really smoothing that out with the 1200 where the damage was. Right. Now where you see this white, what that is, that's actually the clear coat. So we haven't gone through to the colour. We're just taking the very, very top surface of the clear coat off. Okay, so if we can wipe that off. That's that repaired. We've got a section there that we need to recolour. Now we'll move to the engine. Oh, actually I might do this piece and then I'll go up to the engine. So back to 600 grit. And that's just so tiny down there. You know, the damage is minimal, but when your bike's only a week old, it's just an absolute pain in the neck, you know, because you've dropped it. It's such a bummer. So this just gets the edge tickled. Boy, that's minimal. That's so minimal down there. That is just so minimal. Just tickle that with a bit of the 1200 just to make it nice and smooth. I'll do that by hand. There is a sticker down here, so I don't want to get that. There you go. You can only see it, you can't feel it. And last but not least, the engine. Get that down. 600 again. They'll have to be done by hand because it's all shaped. And really, you know, the damage that's happened on the engine has really just scuffed the paint off. It actually hasn't dented or pitted the cover at all. So there you go, there's your 3 areas. Fully prepared. So that was it. That's all that needs to be done. You know, some people might, you know, a rookie would probably try and bolt that off, take this off, repaint the whole section. It's just no point. There's absolutely no point. You're wasting your time. So we've got our 3 key areas of damage prepared. Here, engine. The 2 minor ones is really down the bottom here and the end of. So that's easy enough. So next what we'll do is in still the preparation phase, the next thing you do is you prepare it for paint. So that means now some masking out has to happen because we only want paint on the exact areas that we want it. So I'll go through and start the masking out phase. Bucket. Okay, with the masking out phase, got my trusty tin of varying different size tapes. Now, of course, I'm going to mask out all the area that I don't want to cover with colour, and I've got lots of intricate shapes here to work with. I'm actually going to work with a masking tape that's very, very thin. This sort of tape is really cool. You know, as you can see, you know, you have different thicknesses to work with. So, getting this area sorted out first. This is how you would want to mask it. You need to, where's my edge gone? There we go. Okay, what we're, a thick masking tape is no good to actually bend around curves. That's what this one's for. And then what you do is you mask up to that line. So I'll show you what I mean in a second. It's a bit of a double handling, but at the end of the day, you know, there's not much choice. What else can you do? So with this type of tape, it's really, really flexible. Just sort of start off, and it'll follow basically all the line. So we want to take that up to about there. Just cut that off.
at all.